How's it going, guys? Welcome to my YouTube video. My name is Pedro Landeros, and hopefully y'all enjoy my presentation. My presentation is going to be about human relationships in organizations, mostly business relationships, and yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy. A little background about me is I am a student at MCC right now. This is going to be my second year. I'm a sophomore. Hopefully, I'll be transferring to university. Hopefully, out of state. My dream school is like Santa Barbara, University of Santa Barbara, and hopefully that'll work out. But I'll see how the future works out. A little bit more about me is I'm currently majoring in business organization and also like a bit of sports industry. I want to major more than that. Hopefully, get a career there, but either of those two will work out for me. I'm also a student athlete at MCC. I currently play soccer there. We're doing decent this year, and yeah, it's a good experience for me, and I want to keep playing what I sacrificed 4 years for. So yeah, it's a good experience. Um, I also born and raised in Arizona, so I lived here for more than 19 years. I currently like Arizona, but kind of want to explore more states. I've also worked at retail, so I've similar like thoughts and like I experienced some of these concepts I learned, and also gained a lot of knowledge of what I could apply to my skills and my social skills at work. So this class was very helpful for me for my education and also for my workplace skills. And the last thing about me is that I love interacting with people. During that quarantine, it was pretty tough for me, because I like so used to like interacting with my friends, people at work, people at school. So quarantine was pretty struggle, but I love interacting with people because like for me, you learn something new about other people or you get experience from other people. And most of the jobs now is like interacting with people or online or anything like that. So I think it's a good skill to know. And yeah, that's my whole background. So we're going to start off with the presentation. Diversity. What is the definition of diversity? The definition of diversity is any group of race, color, religion, ethnicity, and genetic information. Luckily, in the United States, we have a lot of diversity, a lot of different Hispanics, whites, African Americans, Asians, Native Americans, Indians. So we are very blessed as the United States to have this much diversity. It was the called term melting pot because we have a bunch of different cultures, which I believe that it makes a workplace or United States unique from other countries. Another thing is organizations that have more diversity have higher productivity. Workers have different skills. If you have like, for example, you have like the same 20 people, which is not bad at all. But like, if you have the same 20 people, your skills or your experiences might be all the same. But what's it called? If you have a whole diversity of different cultures, different backgrounds, different experiences, it brings out a whole different level of like a whole universe. And I think that's what makes America unique. Yeah. Another topic I wrote down is cultural diversity results crucial competence that builds trust and bonding. I believe that most of my friends have different cultures, different backgrounds, and that I feel like it makes our relationship better because I learn something new about or their culture, and then sometimes they learn something about my culture. And I think you all know, I'm Hispanic, so like, I have one of my best friends here is yeah, Muslim, so I learned a lot about their culture, their religions, their beliefs, and I found it interesting because they're very similar in a way, but different. They're very different though. But like that, you can also work that in a workplace, and then you become relationships with all business partners, anything, and I think it's very important in this business to have those relationships and that diversity to explore different skills. Another thing I wrote down is team members bring variety of backgrounds, cultures, and experiences, bring a better work environment. I think, like I mentioned before, if a workplace has all the same, might be made boring a little bit of the same. You know, you kind of want a little mixture of different things. That's what United States is great at because at my work, we have different cultures: African American, whites, Hispanics, Asians, and then it just brings a whole different vibe. You know, if yeah, that's what I got. For our second topic, we got discrimination. The definition of a discrimination is prejudicial treatments of different categories of people and things, mostly race, gender, age, like sex, anything like that is putting them aside. That's pretty much discrimination. Um, in the past, the United States have mentioned that have used the discrimination, and luckily nowadays we see less and less of that. But we all know that some workplaces or some countries may have experienced that still, but that's how society is, and hopefully we can get better at that. Another thing I wrote down, discrimination, is sexual harassment. Unfortunately, sexual harassment occurs all over the place. Not frequently, I hope, but we still experience some of that, especially towards women. I think it's very important to acknowledge those harassments to like protect employees, especially in women, so they can feel protected, to feel more secured and feel happy at work. Because I think we're happy a work environment will bring better productivity and bring and produce the best people, best skill, but produce the best out of everybody out of their skill. And with that, sexual harassment, it's a no go for me. And it should be a no go for everybody. And a way to prevent that is like reading rule books or rules about it, or how to prevent to not sexual harass somebody, and to be always nice and respectful to any of your employees is a great way to start. Another thing I wrote down is women and minorities in the workplace and how it advanced. As we all know, women and minorities in the past weren't a big role in the United States, but nowadays, women's and minorities are a big part. I think women's are like 64% of our work industry or something like that, and especially nowadays in nursing. You see a lot of people in nursing and engineering, business especially. So I think that's a great idea that's a great advancement from the past, and I think it will start growing over more of the years.